Hello dear students, this is Rebecca Dil from our Knowledge Spot. Welcome back dear students. Today we have to start exercise number 1.4 of class 10, that is quadratic equation. The chapter is, and in this exercise there is something new. Of course we have to do something else, some new concept we are going to discussing here, that is related. Now dear students, before we start the exercise we have to know something very important, that is the radical equations. Dear students, we have learned so far many equations till today, but actually there is something new, that is radical equations. Now what is a radical equation? As the name indicate that a radical equation is a term, like is something that is written like the algebraic expression. You know what is an algebraic expression, having like 4x plus 5 is equal to something, and when the numbers, these expressions are written under the radical sign or under the square root, that is actually called a radical equation. That is so simple actually students. Now like this is the you can say the definition. The expression under the radical sign is called the radical equation. The expression, any expression under the radical sign is called a radical equation. Here is an example, that is, you can see 3x plus 1 is an expression and it is written under the radical sign is equal to 4. It could be like something, anything here, no problem with this 4, and this is called a radical equation. Okay, we are going to start the first question of the exercise, that is 2x plus 1 is equal to 7x plus 16. Dear students, now the question is in front of you. This is totally different question from rest of the exercise, but it is not difficult. But now you can see here what we have to do, dear students. We always want to get rid of this square root. We don't want this square root at all actually. Then you know how can we just remove this square root? By taking square both sides. Now we are taking squares. You can write that many statement you can write, like you can write taking square or taking square both sides. Okay, now taking square both sides. So this is the formula, that is a plus b whole square. I'm going to open the formula. Yes, you can know that, like you know very well, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Then 2 is going to cancel with the square root. And after some more simplification, you know that this 2 2s is 4x square and all these things. Doing nothing, just opening and more expanding. Going to move here, 7x is going to move in this side and 16 here. After some more simplification, you will get this term. And now, as you know that this is a quadratic equation, so we are going to solve with the help of factorization. Now after factorization, this is 9 4s are 36 and we're going to take common. That is 4x is common, then x plus 1, and 9 is common, then x plus 1. Furthermore, x plus 1 is common and 4x plus 9. Now one by one you have to keep it equal to 0. Then x plus 1 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to minus 1 and 4x plus 9 is equal to 0, and that is minus 9. Dividing to the other part, that is 9 by 4. Dear student, it look like that you are having your answer, but it is not your final answer because we have to do something more, that is called checking. You are already aware of this checking process in class 9th. We have done in chapter 7 that how we have to do the checking. The students, actually why we need this checking, there is a reason behind it. The students, as you know that this is the question, and under the radical sign this is a linear factor. This is a linear factor, and what is a linear factor? A linear factor is the factor that is having a power 1. The power of x is 1, and here the power of x is also 1. Now dear student, as we know that a linear factor, it means the linear equations or linear factor, they are having only one solution. But what happening here, there are two solutions of the equation of the question. We are going to check either maybe sometime what happened, both are the solution of the question, and sometime it happens with only one. Sometime the solution is minus 1 and sometime the solution is only minus 9 by 4. We are going to check for this for these solutions, for these roots. One thing more I want to tell you students, these solutions are not only called this solution, but we can also call them roots, ROOTS, roots. The roots are also called the solution of the equation. Okay, fine. Now we are going to check for x is equal to minus 1. We are going to check actually Okay, now checking is for x is equal to -1. After putting in x is equal to -1 in the main equation, or you can say in the question. Now what is the question? Here is the question in front of you. I'm going to just replace the value of x, that is -1. Students, one thing keep in your mind, when we are solving the question, we have to shift the values from here to there, like from the left to right or right to left. But when we are checking, the most important thing in the checking is that we don't shift anything. We have to take the question as it is, and we are just putting the values. We are just putting the values that a value of x is -1. X is replacing with -1, 5 is as it is. Again we have to replace x with the number that is -1. Now what will happen? 2 ones are 2 plus 5 is as it is. We don't have to shift the numbers, just this is the most important thing in the checking. Now this is 3, and when you solve you will get 9, and under root 9 will give you 3, and it means that both the solutions are same, like 3 is equal to 3. It means this shows that when the answer, or you can say these two terms are equal, it means this is the solution of that question. Now moving towards the next, like we also have to check for this solution, for this root actually, putting in the same question, same equation. Now here this is 2, x value -9/4 plus 5 is 7 -9/4 plus 16. Now furthermore simplification, as you know that they are cancelled, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. Now after that this is -9/2 plus 5, and this is, there is no cancellation, 7 9s are 63, minus will be as it is by 4. We can have this one divided this one. Now furthermore, the further simplification, as you know that how I have told you to solve it, like 2 ones are 2 in a cross form, 9 ones are 9, and 5 twos are 10, and here also 4 ones are 4, 63 ones are 63, and 16 fours are, that is 64. Some more simplification, you will get this when you solve 1/2, you will get 1/2, and both are the same answer. It means you can say they are equal, like they are equal here. It means they both are the solution, like x is equal to -1 and x is equal to -9/4. They are the solution set or the roots of this equation. Okay, now this is the complete process of this question. They are the whole step doing here, and this is the solution. Why? Because somehow if the 1/2 is equal to 1/2, if they are not same, it means this is not the solution of that question. Okay, fine. Now you will get this question. I'm going to solve is number 2. Now in this question you can see the same question as the previous question. There is some extra number, that this one, the like 3x is an extra number. Once again we don't want this square root, we are squaring. Now you can also write squaring both sides. Now squaring both sides, it means the 2 is cancelled with the square root. Here we have to apply the formula, but now this time a minus b whole square. After expanding or putting the formula, you have to just replace them. You are going to, not replacing, but you have to shift towards the other side, and after solving them you are getting this equation. See it carefully. Okay, now once again, dear students, of course we have to do factorization, and after factorization we are going to take common something, that is 9x, x minus 1 plus 2 is common, x minus 1, and then x minus 1 is common, and 9x plus 2. One by one, dear student, as you know before, like we have to take them equal to 0, finding the values 1/2, x minus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, and then 9x plus 2 is equal to 0, and 2 is negative to the other side, then 9 is divided, and there it will be multiplied. We are having the two roots, we have to check them for one by one, either this satisfies the equation or not. So first we have to check for x is equal to -1 in the same question, actually the main question, that is this one. I'm going to replace x with 1, and then 4, 3 minus 1, that is 2. So this, they are equals. It means for x is equal to 1, solution is okay. This is the value that is true. Yes, why this is true? Because 2 is equal to 2, it is a true. Now x is equal to, for -2/9, now you are going to put the value again. You're replacing here -2/9 plus 3/1, putting here some more simplification, like 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. Further, again 9 ones are 9, 2 ones are 2, 9 threes are 27, Some more simplification. I don't think so. You are not good at it. After many questions I have done with you, you are good at this. And now you can see this is 5 by 3, but this is minus 5 by 3. They are not equal. This is a positive value and this is a negative value. It means this is not the solution of the question. Dear student, this is the change that you can see, you can notice here. So we can say of this equation, what is the solution? The solution is x is equal to 1, but not x is equal to minus 2 by 9. You're not going to write the answer. This is not the answer, students, but actually these are the two answers. Now when you check for 1, you are getting your answer true. When you get it putting the 1, both the answers are same. It means this is your solution, but this is not your solution, because when you have put in the equation, you are not getting the same equation. Now what is the solution set? Only 1. Now students, moving towards the, that is number 3. Now you can see in this question there is a square root, and with this square root we are having minus 3. Actually students, we don't want this minus 3 here. Although there is no problem, we can solve with this minus 3 by taking square both sides, but it will be quite difficult for you, and we don't want to take the question more lengthy. So what we are going to do, we have to shift this minus 3 towards the other side. Now you can see the question seems to be more simple and more perfect actually. Now again we have to take the square both sides. Now squaring both sides, and we are just going to apply the formula here, and this is a square plus 2ab plus b square, and just cutting the things. Somehow you have to solve it, opening the formula and expanding the question. Again you are having the quadratic equation, the standard form of quadratic equation, this one. Now we are doing the factorization, that is 16 is common here, and then minus 5 is common, and then the same x plus 1 is common, and 16x minus 5. Now 1 by 1 x plus 1 is equal to 0, taking the value that is minus 1, and then 16x minus 5 is equal to 0, and the value will be this one. Furthermore, 5 by 16. We are going to check for these two roots actually, the first for minus 1 and then for 5 by 16. Now checking for x is equal to minus 1. Now dear students, one thing very special that you have to keep in your mind, you're going to put this thing in a question, not here, because this is your main question. We are going to substitute this x is equal to minus 1 in your main question. So here is your question, and I'm just going to replace x, that is minus 1. You're just putting the value, this square root is till here, not here, and then 4 ones are 4, that is minus. After solving you will get that is positive 1. When you take the square root of 1, of course you will get 1, and after that you can see here further, and now you can see minus 4 is not equal to minus 2. You can see these two terms are not same. It is not true. For x is equal to minus 1, we are going to solve. It means this is not the solution of the question. Moving towards the next, like you have to check for 5 by 16. Putting in this question now, this is 4x is equal to this question, putting the value. Furthermore, some simplification, that's cancellation. 4 ones are 4, 4 is 16, and now 5 by 4. Now this is there is no multiplication, or sorry, there is no cancellation. What we have to do, 13 5s are 65 divided by 16, 14 by 5, and I'm just going to write 1 here for you for your convenience. Now 16 ones are 16, cross multiplication. Further, some more simplification. When you add, you will get 289 by 16, and here 289 and 16, they are perfect square. When you take the square root, you will get 17 by 4. Some more simplification, and you're getting your answer. That it means the both solutions are same, they are equal, which is true for 5 by 16. Now what is the solution set? Just guess it out, you can. And now this is the solution set, that is 5 by 16. Now I haven't done part number 4 because that is totally same question. It's not more difficult. This is the question in front of you. You can see the form of the question is totally different from rest of the question. The previous question are a bit easier, and this is, you can see the face of the question or form of the question is quite different. That's why I'm going to select this question for you. Now again, this all around you can see a square root. Now we don't want this square root at all. We're going to take the square both side. Now a plus b whole square formula again we have to apply. This is a square plus 2ab plus b square is equal to this one, cancellation. Now you can see that this is cancelled. Now this is also will be cancelled. This will be x plus 5, x plus 21, and this will be because in a radical sign we have heard the property that is we can take in a one root or in a one square root. We're going to multiply these two factors or linear factor. The students, you should aware actually what happens in maths is students normally solve the question. They know how to solve, but they don't know the specific terms what it is called actually. You know what is this x plus 21, but you should know also this is called a linear factor, okay. Now after multiplying these two linear factor, you know how to multiply. This is a simple multiplication. Then I just have added here x plus x, that is 2x, and some simplification what I have done, I just want that a square root or a radical form should stay in one side at your left hand, and the rest of the number, those numbers that don't have a radical on them should be on another side, that is to the right side. So this is just the shifting. So dear students, one thing more I have told you before, that when we solve the question, when we simplify the question, we can shift the things, but when we checking this question we can't make shifting actually. Now after simplification, once this is x minus 2x, that is minus x, and you 60 minus 26 will give you 34. Again there is a square root when we don't want the square root. So what we have to do, we have to take again square so that this square root will be cancelled. After that you can see we are taking the 2 like square, 2 2s are 4, and this will be cancelled and this term will be as it is. Now dear students, for your convenience and to make the question more simpler, you can write 34 minus x so that it is more simple to apply the formula, that is a minus b whole square. Now you can solve it as it is, but what I thought, when you write this way the question will be more simple. Now 4x square, and when you multiply this 4 with the whole bracket, use your calculator, make the question more simple, and this is simple multiplication. And opening the formula, you can see here for the more simplification, 34 square 1156, and again multiplication. Now what we have to do, just taking all the sides towards the right hand. Now 4x square is as it is. I just want to tell you what you have to do, like you have to write 4x square, then plus x square, you are going to move here, this is minus x square, this is 104x and 68 here, so that in a very next step no need to make the things together. In this step you're going to save your one step actually, and see x together, x square is together 420 minus 1156. Now some simplification further. This is 3x square. When you add these two terms, you will get 176, and after subtracting 736 minus 736. Now again, because here we don't have the factorization, and why we have the quadratic formula? Quadratic formula facilitate us actually. It facilitate, and if there are some question when factorization is not possible, we going towards quadratic formula. So here we're going to apply the formula, putting the values. So here is the values, just replacing the values. Some more simplification, just have your calculators, solving them, adding them, taking square, you will get 196. Now you can see how simple the question is, one by one. Now first for that addition, and then for subtraction. This is for addition. After adding them, you will get 24. Now for the simplification, 6 1s are 6 and 6 4s are 24. Now we are going to check for, I'm sorry, this is not checking. We are doing the question. The checking is on the way here. Okay, now this is after cancellation, you will get this term. And dear students, now these are the two roots of the question. But now the main part of checking, we are going to check for this question. First, for x is equal to 4. Okay, now putting in the same question, here is the question, replacing x with 4. Now 4 plus 5, that is 9, this is 25, this is 64. Now the 5 plus 3, that is 8. It means we get the first solution. We got our solution, that is x is equal to 4 is the first solution. We are going to check for the next solution. Is it the solution or not a solution? Now for x is equal to 184 by 3, 9 is 184 by 3. Okay, after substituting the value, yeah, you can see here this one, and after that you just add them, subtract them. I haven't done the whole process, dear students, because you already have done, we have met many times this all simplification. What you have to do, just LCM, taking all the things, cross multiplication. And now what is this iota actually? Dear students, this is minus, and you know that when there is a minus under the root, you will get iota. Okay, when you take 169 square root, you will get, after simplification, you get this term, first one. Then what will happen actually, 169 is the square root of 13, and this negative under root minus 1 will give you iota. Same here, iota, this minus under root will give you minus, this is positive iota. And when you solve this term, you will again get 2 iota by under root 3. Solve it by yourself, dear students. You have to work a lot for this, because this is not actually something difficult. That's why I haven't solved it here, because this is your assignment to solve it by yourself. But if not possible, then you can ask me, but I want to do that. You should solve it by yourself. Okay, now you can see these two solutions, the roots are not same. The solution is not possible here. But now what happened, or what do you actually deduce here, that only solution for this question is x is equal to 4. This is not true, they are not same actually. So dear students, here is the solution set, that is 4. Okay, dear student, that is the last part of the video. In the next video, I'm going to do some more questions that are different, like having the quadratic equations under the radical sign. Hope so. Maybe you feel it difficult a bit, but after a lot more practice, things will be easier for you. Okay, dear students, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.